1:31. Well, you knew there was high demand for the fastest seated section of the day, and look at this traffic that we're going to have for the first few meters of this race, as we have a group of 16 scheduled to be running here today.
Yeah, and it is important to get out and get up front. I mean, especially if you are one of the athletes that are thinking that I can win this race, I can get a new PR or whatever. You want to get off the line and you want to establish yourself and not have to make so much work for yourself to get around people or whatever. So, I mean, I was always one that didn't mind taking the lead for a lap or two and then settling in if I had to.
So the one benefit of this last section, Carrie, is that they will have the benefit of a pace setter, and that is Sam Tran, who is at the front. She's scheduled to take this group through 1,600 meters in 4:53. And that is obviously, the advantage that you can have here is to be able to just kind of key in on somebody who you know isn't going to dicker from the prescribed pace and just keep this thing honest.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's fun when you have a pacer. Not a lot of times in college do you. I mean, it's maybe a little bit more, becoming a little bit more normal to have pacers or just maybe even have some of the lights in different races. But it's nice to turn your brain off and let somebody go. But also you have to stay engaged if it is about running a fast time, because sometimes the pacers get a little bit off or they go a little quick or even a little slow. So definitely you got to keep in mind that this is not just let's just turn our eyes off and let the pacer do whatever. We have to stay engaged and got to get after it.
That pace through 1,600 meters of 4:53 would be 9:09 pace, so you would expect that she would set them up for that pace and then maybe see a little bit of a negative split to the finish as the competition takes hold. Right behind Tran, everyone trying to find room to run here in the early going. Got Vanassi from Villanova in this race, Savannah Rourke, the A6 Mammoth Track Club, athletes from Boston College, Louisville, San Francisco, Washington, Oregon State, Cal Poly, Gonzaga, and New Mexico. Faustine Chabosh of San Francisco is right there behind the pace setter Tran.
I think you're right, Paul. A lot of these athletes would just love to see a 9.0 something, very close to 9.10s for most of them. So for them to get down there to 9.0 and have a pacer be able to do that for them would be really nice. Get them through the mile and then see what happens.
Tallest of the runners, Riley Stewart in the hip 11, back in about 7th position, trying to move up on the outside. A lot of movement behind that lead group. Hip 15, Christina Nisoli of New Mexico, moving up now into 4th position as they have 6 laps to go in this final section today of racing at 3,000 meters. Still 5,000-meter races to come. Distance medley relays and some miles to end the schedule tonight. As Stewart makes her way up again. And right behind her, Vanassi of Villanova. The lone Louisville athlete, Nancy Chepleting.
And I believe in second there, it's Allison Churchill. She's ran in Northern Arizona. Right now she's running unattached, but she does have a sub 9-minute PR for the 3,000. She's an 8:59 gal, so it's not surprising to see a lot of the athletes maybe keying off of her as well, as we're watching Chepleting come on up on her shoulder and actually even pass Churchill's shoulder.
So this has set up as the fastest heat so far today. And Tran getting him to that 1,600-meter split right there, and it's just about 5 minutes. So she was just a little bit off of that requested pace carry of 4:53. Saw the face of Louis Quintana, the coach at Oregon State, not too happy with maybe where he sees that group coming through at this point in the race. You're getting fewer opportunities at this distance now as you get closer to the championship season to have good opportunities to run. He's got Naomi Lundgren in the field here. She's kind of tucked in sort of the middle of that pack, running against the rail. But Chepleting now is going to take the lead with Riley Stewart right there in second.
So many people know Riley Stewart from Colorado. She won so many state championships. She ran 4:44 in the 1600 while she was still there. So she knows how to race, and she's now moving into the lead where she likes to win. And, you know, it doesn't always happen when you're in college time and time again, but she knows how to race. She's tactically sound, and she goes for it right at the right time. We got to keep this pace going, and you have to get up on your toes and start pushing, and that's what she's doing.
So it is now Stewart to the lead. Logan Hofstre of Gonzaga out in lane 2, trying to get past as many people as possible. And she gets alongside Tatiana Corneo of Cal Poly. That's a long way to go when you're running in lane 2. As Riley Stewart remains in the lead. Chepleting, though, now challenging and moves ahead of her here. Still a lot of traffic here in the lead group. Hofstre making another surge on the outside. Zoe Mosher of Villanova losing contact with those leaders. And now Chepleting will bring him to the main straightaway. Corneo in second. Then Stewart. Shabosh of San Francisco now back into third. And about 8 in that lead pack with 2 laps to go.
Well, Chepleting running very well. Just a couple weeks ago running 9:21, but she definitely looks like she is very excited to run hard, very excited to be up in the lead. She doesn't really like it when she gets out of there, so she is taking control now. But lots of movement kind of happening behind her. There's people falling off and starting to move, so going to be interesting.
So Chepleting and Corneo. Christina Nisoli of New Mexico being mentioned for the first time. She's now in third at the bell, ahead of Shabosh. As Corneo now has the lead and trying to stretch that lead, heading down the backstretch for the final time.
Corneo's coming off of running 4:38, and once you get under that 4:40 mark, you know that you have a good 3,000 meters in you. She's an 800-meter runner, also 15 5K gal, so she's kind of right in this little happy place to see what she can do. She's got a PR of 9:13 from last year. Can she get under it today?
Oh, she's going to be very happy here at the end, Carrie. She's definitely under that. This will be among the fastest times in the country this year as she will take the victory on this oversized track at the Dempsey as she goes 9:07.61 and takes the win here in Seattle with the fastest 3,000 of the day. Just outside of that top 50 list, but a new lifetime best for Tatiana Corneo of Cal Poly, winning the 3,000.
Lots of great races so far. I mean, just to see the different tactics of people. I mean, we really weren't even talking about Corneo for much of that race, and she just slowly made her way up.